know we're coming back.
All right, we do apologize about that.
It happens. The Wednesday gremlins.
We just had yes, major equipment failure. How's that?
We're back up on YouTube.
Thanks, Paul.
All right. We're back up on YouTube.
Yep.
All right, cool deal. And we should be back on Facebook.
Yes, all right.
All that. So, sorry we lost everybody there for a minute, but we ran into a little technical difficulty again. This is a live show, and
we don't get redos.
Computers and
no, we don't.
There's no editing whatsoever. So it is.
And for anyone
whatever
that's ever
goes wrong, y'all get to see it.
For anyone that's ever stepped foot in the studio, you'll know there is more electronics down here, wires and all sorts of stuff, and it looks pretty, but holy moly, is there a ton of things going on in our...
folks may not realize that. I mean, it's like a mini television station in there. I mean, you could do the news from there if you wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. But we are back, and we're better than ever. How about that? So we appreciate you guys.
I just wanted to make a comment. We do have, I don't remember Dan ever mentioning this before, but we do have somebody that's actually checking in from Montana.
Get out of here.
Dan, and I apologize if I got your name wrong, Lakados?
Oh, Dan Lakados.
Kados, okay, all right. He says, cool show, checking in from Montana. Love my Michigan roots, wishing the best for everyone in the Mitten.
Well,
all right, I'll get some people going. If you guys know Dan, you'll know a place over in Utica, is it Trails, way back in the 80s called Hot Potato. You guys, some of the old school guys will chime in the chat on a Hot Potato.
Okay.
The Hot Potato Trails?
Yep, it's called Hot Potato. Okay. There's actually an article in BMX Action about it one time.
Oh, wow.
Way back when.
All right, so let's jump in. Again, you guys, thanks for coming back.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Paul Renning.
Thanks for coming back with us.
Yeah.
We're going to go over to Jeremy's voicemail. He decided to wait.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Paul Remington.
Sorry, you guys. He decided to wait literally until we were like during the first commercial break. So I'm firing this off my phone. It's not typical. I typically have it loaded in, so I apologize. You might have heard him a couple times here. But this punk right here, Mr. Ames himself, a.k.a. the TC Tickler, a.k.a. Scarier Than Life, Mr. Ames. Just a funny character here in the state of Michigan. And he's notoriously known for randomly calling and leaving voicemails that literally make no sense. So if you don't answer the phone, you're always expecting something interesting from Jeremy. And this is his weekly segment he does with us, where he delivers each and every week.
Now, to his defense, he did swear up and down that he thought it was Tuesday. So he's very sorry that he
Oh.
did not get the voicemail to you until just now, but he 100% was believing it was Tuesday, which
Oh my god!
I think we all can relate to.
And when we come back from the voicemail, Steve has a funny story that involves Brittany
Okay.
and Jeremy. So here's this week's voicemail, the Jeremy Ames voicemail.
Justin, hey, Paul Remington here. Hey, listen, man. I'm just hanging out here at the homestead, rolling some gamblers, playing some Sega Genesis. Thought I'd give you a shout out there. Hey, man, can you still get an 87 dyno? One of my gnomes out here wants to get a nice 80s retro bike, and I was thinking about it. I'm sitting here stroking my goatee for 45 minutes or so. Just got done with an episode of MASH. I don't know, man. Life's getting pretty wild. Got back on the track, felt good. They call me the Roman Gnomon. The Roman Gnomon out there, man. Tell you what, Leonard Skinner forever. Anytime you need anything, hit me up. I'm going to be around. Like I said, man, 87-ish dyno, maybe some old mag wheels. Maybe even if you could get one of them old Huffy White Heat mountain bikes, something I can wheelie right, something I can look stylish in my Civil War reenactment Daniel Boone buckskin. That's a buckskin. All right, brother. I got to let you go. I got to get these sounds going. I got 18-inch woofers pounding, Skinner's playing, and I got a hungry man chicken dinner in the oven. See you around, sucker.
That's Mr. Ames coming to you. Another week, another funny one right from him. Thank you, Jeremy. We always appreciate you bringing the Jeremy Ames voicemail segment to us. So, Steve, tell us about the unlikely meeting of Mr. Ames and your daughter.
Yeah, probably 8-9 years ago, after I hadn't seen Jeremy in a while. Brittany was taking her road test to get her driver's license. My wife Amy took her to do it, and she was luckily not. She was in the parking lot watching, and the instructor told Brittany to go ahead and turn. So she turned, and Jeremy came like he was riding a BMX bike and T-boned her. Sent her doing about 6 donuts to the parking lot, up over the curb into the parking lot.
Before
before
T-Bone Nation was part of the show.
Yep.
Wow.
And
Now you said it was on her. It was on her road test, right?
On her road test, yeah. And the guy failed her too, so she didn't even pass the road test. But
that
luckily nobody was hurt.
Fair.
That's how small the world is, I guess. But the wife called me in a panic, and I get there, and mad and scared at the same time, and it was Jeremy. It's like, what a small world. I don't know if he got a ticket or not, but Brittany didn't get a ticket, but she definitely failed the road test.
She mentioned it was a tree. Brittany, do you mean like you ran into or he like wheeled you into the tree?
He hit her in the rear quarter panel and sent her doing donuts up the curb into a tree.
Into the tree. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Jeremy says true story.
he just true
Poor
story.
Amy says heart attack.
So small world.
She smacked the tree.
Yeah.
That's how small Lansing is for sure.
Yeah.
My goodness.
For those of you guys jumping in and joining us, we're talking with Steve Dyer. He's the Capital City Family BMX track operator. Took over at the end of last year. He's got big plans coming up for you guys this year as soon as we get back out on the track. Some of the things he talked about was Family Fun Day, the three-headed monster. Any of the questions you guys got, bring them in the chat. He gave us a little bit. He's been racing for a long time and on and off, and that's how he's gotten in. And now he's got his kids and his grandkids are involved now. So, one of the things we like to ask our guests on here is, what do you think it's going to take to fix the current state of BMX here in the state of Michigan?
Oh, that is a good question. The league, I think that league and that club is really really going to bring in a lot of new kids in. That's what we're pushing for.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, all the support from the other tracks. You guys have all been great. The show's been great.
Thank you.
So we're open to all ideas, and we're open up to everything to get this thing back like it used to be in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Here at Lansing.
And on a personal note, recently taken over a TO spot like Steve. Anytime we had to reach out, we had some ideas. This year the state of Michigan got together with all the TOs, and we collectively went in on state qualifier trophies. And I know you guys were kind of pillaged from previous leadership there in Lansing, and it wasn't something easy to do. It was it seemed like a pretty big number, which it is. However, it does take a lot of work from us that we don't have to worry about as TOs and your board and stuff. It was really nice to see, you stepped right in and, you worked with everybody. Communication was great. It's been a pleasure, and it's really exciting just as a racer, a rider, the show and the TO, you're back involved there. So a lot of passion is bringing that right to that track again. It's what it's missed for a little while. So it's very exciting, and I know there's a lot of racers and riders that are happy to see you in that spot. So on behalf of the show, we'd like to say congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. I'd like to say thanks to Traverse City. They came down with Richard. Like I said, we got the track 3 days for the qualifier, and we had no idea what we were doing. And Richard and the Traverse City crew came down and taught us a lot and saved the race. So I definitely want to say thank you to them.
That's another great group we have here in the state. Mm-hmm. We're very, very fortunate here to have the tracks we have and all the people that are in the positions they're in right now. Yeah. We got any questions? Mm-hmm. Is everyone just reminiscing?
Scooter just wanted to kind of give a little shout out to Steve that he really stepped in and saved the track. I know earlier Jay Kearns had asked if you had any idea what night you might be running your league, your youth league.
Nope. I'm thinking. I don't know. Yeah,
might
we
be
haven't
hard
got
to
that
tell,
far.
but
Yeah, with this stuff's going on, we haven't even got that far yet. But definitely, we're gonna do it.
Let's see.
What do you have for him, Chris?
Okay. So you're going to look at doing the league. That's a great program, like we said earlier. I don't know if folks heard that from the before. And then, shoot, I did have something for you, and I just lost my whole train of thought. Right. I'm sorry. My mind just went sideways. But, so, I know, what was that? Shoot.
Well, while you're thinking,
so
Chris.
You're going to race on Saturday night. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Melissa.
Oh, I was just going to say, and I think this is probably coming up again in your news and rumors, but Mark White was asking what kind of funding would make a difference, and I know you guys got a bike raffle going on right now, but is there anything else that you're thinking about as far as fundraising or what your need is currently? Again, probably hard to tell, but we're putting you on the spot.
Yeah, right. No, actually, the bike thing and the raffles. The raffle was actually Richard's idea from Traverse City for the first bike to raise some money, and then Scooters pitched in a bunch and helped a lot with the frame and the little balance bike. So right now, like I said, we're taking ideas and just rolling with it, trying to bring it back. So right now, no, we don't have anything else planned right now. As far as
folks have so if folks have some ideas or want to help out, they can probably Facebook message the track page.
Yep, or me personally, but yeah, the track page, we usually answer that as fast as we can.
Okay, so if you guys have any ideas, anything you think you can donate or help out, contact them on their Facebook page over at the Capital City Family BMX. We can go over the raffle real quick. So you guys are raffling off you have a raffle going on. It's $5 a ticket. And you have a PK Ripper Pro XL frame or a balance bike made by Giant. So winner can pick from those two items. And you guys are drawing that on the 18th of April. You're going to do a Facebook Live, I assume, some type like you did with the Redline bike you did last good time on the raffle?
Yep. We'll probably do it right out of Scooter Shop again.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so if you guys want to get a ticket for that, go to the Capital City Family BMX Facebook page. I think they have a link over there to their Square account where you can buy your $5 ticket. Also, you can go buy Scooters Holt Pro Cycle and check out the frame and the balance bike over there. And I can you buy tickets at the bike shop? I don't remember if that I'm going.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so you can get your tickets over there at Scooters Pro Cycle in Holt, Michigan, which is right over by Lansing. So you can go get your tickets there as well.
And Brittany was super
Got
nice.
that.
She put the link in the chat for anybody that's looking for it directly. Just kind of scroll down in the Facebook chat, and it's right in there.
Okay, great, good deal. So we got folks helping us out left and right here. That's awesome. So,
Hey, Steve, Charlie
do that.
Salisbury was asking, is there anything that you specifically need that you know of off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Aside
quad.
from strong backs.
Yeah, a quad. You know, somebody needed our quad more than we did, so a friend of mine donated an old John Deere riding tractor, and that's what I've been using to do the drag. Helmets. You know, we came up with a new laptop because that disappeared. Scooter donated a brand new PA system because that disappeared. So we're slowly building it back up. But yeah, bike, or helmets pretty much. I pretty much got a lot of bikes I've been picking up for the league and for loaners, but pretty
So
much.
if anybody's got some older helmets that are still in decent shape, they want to donate them, they can get a hold of the folks over there in Lansing and donate those up to the track, huh?
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for that question, Charlie. Appreciate you bringing that up.
While we're on it, we're going to slide over here. We're going to move into the news, rumors, and gossip section. And we're going to keep Steve on here with us because we're going to get his input and his opinions on the news, rumors, and gossip that makes up the state of Michigan. We're going to come to that right after this quick commercial break from Kebco. So you guys stick around. We'll be right back. We're going to hear from our friends at Kebco. You guys don't go anywhere. Hey, now that I've got your attention, I want you to look at some cool stuff that Kebco BMX has to offer for you. Just check these out. Some rad t-shirts. If that's not your game, we've got plenty of hoodies to offer you. Make sure to get those hoodies. Want to keep your ears warm in these cold months? We've got hats, we've got beanies. Make sure you slide over and check us out at KebcoBMX.com and buy two because you're going to like them that much. We are back. Shout out to Kebco.
All right. Yep. Make sure you head over there to Kebco BMX and get your jersey, your shirts, your beanies. Anything you buy over there at the website helps out the show, so we appreciate that. If you guys looking for something, go over there and check out Kebco BMX. Get some swag, help support the show.
It does.
Head over into the
We're going to head over to our news and starting us off, we got to let you guys know what's going on Friday night. We've got Chris Luna from USA BMX lined up to hang out with us this Friday night, and
looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good show. Man, him and I talked.
That'll be really interesting to talk to Mr. Luna for sure.
Yep. Yes, and
he's ready.
We have another guest that will be a late entry. Let me look it up real quick. He asked if we wanted to have this young man join us. So I do. Hang on here. It was a late. Let me see here. And he asked us. We're going to have Cody Wilson. Cody Wilson from USA BMX on also with Chris Luna. Yeah. So how cool is that, right? We're going to get two people.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah. We're going to have a couple people from USA BMX hanging out with us on Friday night. Get your refreshments ready. We're going to have unlimited amount of time to sit and chit-chat with our friends at USA BMX on Friday night.
Yeah. Maybe we should explain the Friday night show is a little different than Wednesday. We don't really talk too much Michigan BMX on the Friday night show.
Talk and all actually, BMX.
Not necessarily all BMX either.
Oh, well, but, that's true too.
I am usually not there. I usually have stuff going on. If it works out, I'll pop in. But no, I'm just saying I'm not there. It's a little different show. Justin and Melissa handle that. They take care of it on the as far as the interviewing side of it, and then Jason and Paul still help with the video and the sound, so we got that going on. But it's more focused on the person on the show. We don't get into too much of the news side of it. We have a little more national, not so much Michigan talk. So that's what goes on the Friday night show.
Yeah, and it's always a great night. So join us. And next up, we have our slot sprint box.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to say...
That's one of those things, once
Right.
we get out of this quarantine, I'm going to come over and we're going to try that thing out.
Yeah. And we might have another addition to the studio. We can't give away too much, but what I am going to give away, think Yellow Cat. Think Yellow Cat meets a gate system. All in one package. But we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
That's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying. So
check out this sloth box.
You got to have, you got your gates, but you got to get your sprints done. So our friend across the state, Ron, he's building these. You can just get the block for $15. $30 will get you the block and the stand. He'll personalize it for a few bucks more. Make sure you hit him up. Visit him on Facebook. And did we have another question?
Yeah, I just wanted to, Steve, a couple of conversations have kind of come up around camping and whether or not that was going to be a possibility should the Lansing qualifier move forward.
Yes, we got approved from the city for camping for that weekend.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, great.
I don't camp, but that is awesome.
It's great for everybody else.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Stay at the hotel up the road.
Well, there you go. I think Scooter had asked to mention that. I know a couple others had asked if that was going to be a possibility. So,
and Scooter is big sponsor and helper there at Lansing, as Steve has said a few times, and he was on the show a few months ago.
Yeah.
So make sure you see Scooter down at Holt Bike Shop, or see Scooter in Holt at his bike shop. Good guy. Gonna say thanks for everything that he does.
Put a sentence together.
I can't. It's too. No. It had an old name that I remember that I try not to say, just like Capital City Friends and Family. I still try to call it by the old name, so I don't want to say.
Well, I was just going to comment on how I've been impressed with you guys getting the name correct this evening.
I keep it on the screen.
I was just going to say it's written
that's the same thing
several
I'm doing.
Places. Capital City Family.
Yes.
Capital City Family.
CCFBMX.
I'm doing the same thing. Yeah.
Now, since we're on that, Steve, why the name change? And we can say this, we can address this. But
the elephant in the room.
Yes, it is. It truly is. It's been asked, but why the name change?
Yes, that question's been asked to me a lot of times. Well, a lot of people, why are you changing name, and not happy about it. But when we finally got the track and started doing some digging, and come to find out the taxes weren't paid, so the nonprofit was pulled 2 or 3 years ago. So with fines and penalties and all that, to pay to keep the original name was just, wasn't going to happen. So we had to apply for a new nonprofit under a new name, and it was all approved. So that's why the name's changed from prior management neglecting things.
I like the name though.
Yeah, onward and upward.
I like it. I feel like I'm getting a hug by Chris with that name. Like Chris is giving me a big hug. That's what I like about that name, Steve.
Yeah.
No, I think it is a good name because it ties the family and the BMX together. So,
agreed.
And that's what it's all about. Not only is it a family sport, but most of us that race, it's like one big family. Anyways, everybody knows everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And so, who was responsible for the new name, Steve?
Oh, I think I picked it, and I kind of stole it from when Lansing was Jack Pine Family BMX back in the day. So
pulling the old school with the new school.
Little harken to the old school. Very nice, classy.
That is cool.
So
that's
where it pretty much came from.
All right, we got to take a quick commercial break for our good friend Chucky, who he's got some T-shirts coming out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was in the chat earlier. I'm hoping he's still there.
Yep, I think I have his info on that.
Perfect. We'll jump to the commercial.
We're in the commercial.
Yeah, and we'll be right back And you guys make sure, if you haven't, get over, buy the magazine. So, Chuck, if you're in the chat, sound off. Let us know how issue 3 is coming along and the T-shirts are coming along. We'll be right back. Right now, we're going to hear from our friends at Heavy Pedals BMX.
Heavy Pedals BMX Zine. Voted #1 BMX zine in the world by Michigan BMX Podcast Show viewers and listeners. Get your copy now. Heavy Pedals is sold locally at Solon Bicycles, Ray's MTB, Reggie's Bike Shop, and globally at heavypedals.com. Make sure you get over to our Facebook page, give us a like and a share, and while you're at it, head on over to our Instagram page at Heavy Pedals BMX.
And we are back. Thank you, Heavy Pedals, for being such a big helper here at the Michigan BMX Podcast Show.
Yeah, our friend Chuck over at Heavy Pedals, he's got up on his Facebook page, he's taking pre-orders for Heavy Pedals T-shirts. You can order those. I'm looking here on my phone. By May 1st. Place your pre-order by May 1st at heavypedals.com/shop. Also, he has issue 2's been out for a little bit now. Here, folks can see it right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the cover. So this is issue 2. A lot of great stuff in this copy of the magazine. Again, a little shout out for the show up here and part of it here. So, it's a lot of great color pictures in here. There's some trail articles on different trails, different park riding, racing, the whole thing in here. So go check this magazine out. Heavy Pedals. It's at heavypedals.com, and it's pedals with a Z.
Yes, it is.
So go make sure you check that out.
Yeah.
Jeremy wants to know
Double
why
checking
we
here.
don't give away some Heavy Pedals.
Because I'm not going to buy them to give them away, you cheap tickler. So you buy them
go
from Chuck.
buy them. Support.
You know what, though?
Support Chuck
I
so
doubt
he can
he's
get.
reading the magazine.
So
he's actually
no, he
meaning-
doesn't. No, he doesn't read.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
He really means. He
Oh,
wants
we're
to
talking
give
about
away
Jeremy
some
Ames?
actual pedals.
Yeah, he wants some pet. Yeah. Hey, that's a great segue. Let's give some away.
Okay.
So earlier,
right.
well, first let's real fast. We're gonna jump in here. I want to show you the first gift pack that Melissa put together. So let's show them here.
All right.
You go ahead, grab one. So the first gift pack brought to you by the T-Bone Nation. We got some of the bracelets and keychains from House of Wheels from us here at the Michigan BMX Podcast Show. Your fun new cell phone holder. We got a pin and some stickers from T-Bone Nation. We also have the beanie. And then we have one of their T-shirts.
Nice.
So, is that the women's one?
Shoot.
Is it? So this is for. What's it? Yeah, we could do it. We could do either or. Yeah. All right.
Male or female.
Oh, you
Male or
do?
female? Because we have a gray shirt.
Well, you do have a pink. You got a pink hat and a female's T-shirt. So
That's
Yeah, but if
because
we
I
need
put
to-
it together.
If we need to, we can swap it out. We've got another gray shirt for men, and then we got.
Marked safe from being
T-Bone.
T-boned today.
Those of you who are wondering what that little critter in the background's doing, that's Laura. She is. That's Melissa's daughter. She's a character. She's giving you the thumbs up because she likes the cell phone holder. But yeah, so if Craig doesn't win and another guy wins,
Is Craig allowed to win?
we're gonna have to figure something out. The guy
I think
just-
we need to institute a rule on Craig. I think
He's
he
like
can only win
fast
every
draw.
30 days.
And
Yeah.
Craig, we didn't forget about your other
Sure,
prize.
yeah.
It's still
Yep.
coming.
So Steve earlier said the exact time in the year format that he started racing. So first person in there to have that year that Steve started racing over there at the Supercross Lansing Jack Pine track, this bonsai downhill, some of the best pictures I've saw.
Too bad, Jeremy.
That track that was a good track, wasn't it, Steve? That was a fun time, right?
Yeah, definitely. Long and fast.
And tires to mark the inside corners, right?
Yep. Well, way at the early beginning, I got pictures back from when it first opened, and then I got pictures all the way along. I post them every now and then, try to see if people recognize any of the guys that are in there, and a lot of people recognize them. I don't remember a lot of people. Memory's not as good as it used to be.
Aaron Parakovic, it was not 1969.
I see 78.
Let's read off all the other guesses.
Okay.
Let's see.
Scooter says 78, 79.
You can't put 2 in, Scooter. It was a simple question. What year?
Kernsey says 79. Nate from Nate's Painting says 89. Craig says 78.
God damn you, Craig.
Ames says 79. Amy, I think you're disqualified from knowing the contestant. Brandon says 77. Mr. Kavner, we have not forgotten about you either.
We haven't.
I did put your sticker on the to be mailed.
He needs to. Can you text me or message Melissa or I your address to mail it to?
Send us your address. It'll be on its way. Corey says 78. Brandon,
Corey is correct.
Brandon, you have to be more specific. He said late 70s. That doesn't qualify.
I think you had another one that said 78 also.
He also won a whole bunch of other times. Steve, what year was it?
It was 78.
It was 78.
All right, so the first one to legally say 78.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll tell you what. It's going to go to Corey Walser, and he can give it to his beautiful bride, who is working frontline right now.
That's right. She deserves it.
So that is why, Craig, Mr.
Craig,
Walser. Look, Corey's not trumping you because we have coffee time every morning on the phone. It will be. Yeah, but he had two. Okay. It's not that. We're gonna throw it over to Corey, and I'll take care of you on the back end. I got a cool cell phone stand for you.
I suggest you rephrase that.
No, I literally I've been sitting on that for over a month. Moving along in the news. So our first winner from our friends at T-Bone Nation, Corey Walser, congratulations. We got a gift pack for you and your bride. And we got a ton of little bracelets and whatnot for Maisie.
And I was going to say, if he would actually prefer, we do have a child size shirt.
We do. Let us know.
Corey, if you think that you'd rather have one for Maisie versus your wife, just let us know, because we do have a child size jersey.
And we could keep the pink hat for when we're out digging at the trails for Maisie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. Let's talk about the
sport, Craig. He says I'm good with that.
Yeah, he knows I'm going to take care of him. Moving on, Chris, why don't we let him know what's going on with our coloring contest?
Okay, so we still have our coloring contest going on. You can go to our Facebook page and download the outline, which is the state of Michigan, and then color that in. Add some BMX related graphics to it, whatever you think is going to look good, and then you can Facebook Messenger or email your finished product.
We honestly don't care. Just get it to us.
Yeah, Michigan BMX Podcast Show at gmail.com. Any way you can get it to us, go ahead and do it. We have a 14 and under and a 15 and up. For the 14 and unders, looks like we have some stuff added to the prize package.
We do. So check this out. You're going to keep telling them about it, and I'm going to cut to the studio cam so they can actually see this. But let them know who really stepped up here and added to our contest.
Okay, so the folks over at Nate's Painting added into the goodie. We have a goodie bag from Kebco. We have a gift certificate from Magic Motorsports. The winning design in the 12 and unders is going to get put onto a T-shirt. We're going to sell that as a fundraiser. Now, the folks at Nate's Painting added to this, and they threw in a... where did my...
It's a Fitbit Ace.
Right, a Fitbit Ace. I lost my spot in my script here. I lost my word there. Okay, so they donated a Fitbit Ace for the winner.
Yeah,
so
this is so cool.
Along with all the other things going on with that, now we have a Fitbit in there from the folks over at Nate's Painting. So we want to say thank you to those guys.
Yeah,
What's it do?
This is really cool. So it says it monitors your steps and activity minutes. Good God, I'm getting old. And sleep tracking, should you want to do that. It's swim proof. although there's an asterisk, so I'm sure that means kind of swim-proof. Up to 5 days of battery life. You can set up challenges and celebrate goals as you meet stuff, reminders to keep moving, fun clock faces, and there are parental controls that will link it to a family account. So
that is now part of the...
Wow.
So
yeah.
I was going to throw up some of the pictures, ran out of time, but Corinne Medler has got some really killer pictures in already. So the contest is heating up. And right now, Corinne's got some awesome pictures she's put in. We'll get them on after the show. We'll post them to social media. We did last week, and they're really awesome. And really, other than her and Alicia, that's and T-Bone. T-Bone threw one in. He downloaded the outline and put T-Bone in the middle of it. That's all we got in there. So let's get the competition heated up here.
Let's get, yeah, come on, guys. You're at home. There's not a lot we can do. Print this thing out. Let the kids have at it. Send us what the kids are doing. They need a break from doing their schoolwork if they're doing the online learning or whatever. Let them do some coloring. And that was one of the rules we talked about on that was no computer generated stuff. It's got to be pencils, crayons, markers, paint. Hand done. No computer generated stuff other than printing out the outline of the state.
Exactly. Coming up next, again, any news that you have from your track, your team, your set, your homies, whatever it is, send it in. But we got some awesome news here on the Kebco front.
Yay!
So our friend Mike Mag. So I hung out with this guy. Well, Melissa and I both did. We hung out with him down at the Toledo's Who's Bad Shootout, which that's
one of our favorite races.
It is. It's an awesome race.
The first race you ever took me to.
It was. You're right. And shout out.
Just a little, perhaps trivia.
Could be.
But
a shout out to the TO. Do you know what today is? Do you know what today is for Brad, the TO down there?
I do not. Possibly birthday?
It is Brad's birthday. So here
happy
is
birthday, Brad.
Yes. It would be fantastic for all of our viewers and listeners to go to Brad's page if you're friends with him, or to the Toledo Speedway page and inundate him with birthday wishes, because Brad's a hardworking dude, does a lot for Toledo and the BMX scene.
Yes, he does.
So happy birthday, Brad, from all of us here at the Michigan BMX Podcast Show. You're a Michigan track in our eyes. Now, on to Mike. So we met Mike hanging out down there at the Who's Bad Shootout last year. And just a great dude. Yeah,
18.
Great guy. And then I rode a few times with him over at Ray's.
Yeah.
Cool dude.
That was last time.
And he actually owns my old S&M.
The red, white, and blue?
It was. He stripped it down. It is now raw.
Stop.
He did. It looks pretty sweet.
All right.
He'll put some pictures up. I know Mike will.
So I was going to say if he has some pictures, we want to see them.
Yeah, it's sweet looking.
Though,
he's building an OS 20, and those of you that know, it's going to be sweet. Then today he sent me a picture because he knew we were going to announce him on the team. So in his own celebration, he went and bought a couple daylight bikes.
Wow.
Really?
That stimulus check's going right to work.
It sure is, especially if he's buying them.
Hey,
whatever
this is
makes
why
you happy.
When I met him, talked to him, like, this dude's got to be in the fam.
My question would be, how many bikes can you ride at one time?
Well, he's got to have a cruiser and a 20-inch to race. Then he's got, I don't know, Chuck's got like 30 in his garage.
That's
Sean's
not a fair
got like
question.
50.
I know.
So,
you will not.
Yeah.
Well, shoot.
No.
I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 5 over here.
I just don't have the space. I can't imagine that many.
I mean,
bikes.
how many bikes you got over at your house, Steve?
I think my wife's watching, so I got 2.
Oh, yeah, 2. Exactly. Good man.
The truth.
Good. Well played.
As I'm staring at Justin going, you have 3, 4 that I know of.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Oh, Nate said he's got 12.
Yeah.
I had no idea that somebody
It
needed
just
that many
happens,
bikes.
you know.
It happens.
So, Mike, welcome to the most dysfunctional family you can be
Yes.
part of. We are very, very happy.
We are very excited.
And true story.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, Chris. True story. The guy, he was riding for Thrill. Whatever happened to Thrill happened. Whatever, and he had plenty of options and opportunities to go ride for other teams, by far more legitimate teams. And we talked and we worked out a solid deal that involves Jeremy Ames performing some things that he might not be happy, like running pizzas from Traverse City to him. That was all.
Sure.
Like, I don't know what y'all are thinking. But we do have Mike now in the family.
So he would be the class
That's awesome.
after you.
He's going to be racing.
But you're going to end up racing each other.
Probably a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
But he'll be racing Maxwell most of the
It'll
time.
be you and Maxwell and Mike and Kearns all like making
Always
up.
banging it out.
Just be
Does he
a tough
race,
code, right?
He
Does
knows.
he race both class and cruiser?
I know he does cruiser. I don't. He did say he
Okay.
got a pretty good deal on those daylights, which, by the way, check it out. Daylight has a special going on right now where they're doing a run of bikes. It's not the typical setup that Daylight does where you can pick all your stuff, but they're giving you like a sick deal on the frames. Mike took advantage of that today. So I don't know if Mike's running both bikes, but he does cruiser and he's a hell of a guy. And he plays hockey. So that was all it was for me because that's where my
Well, I'm
background's
assuming
from.
that's that upper picture, right?
Isn't that a bad picture though? That's an awesome
Yeah.
picture right there. Like right
Brandon
there.
says that he's going to have to get a cruiser now.
Everybody should have a cruiser. It helps the moto numbers.
Oh,
Damon
that's
says
right.
he only
Yeah,
has
everybody
7.
should ride cruiser.
Right, Steve? Everyone should
Something
have a
got 7.
cruiser because it's twice the entry fees.
That's right.
I just picked up a
Makes
cruiser
sense.
too.
All right.
Allegedly.
That's
That's in his 2.5.
hey, it helps the moto count. Helps the moto count.
So, Mike, you're going to get put into one of the most craziest chats here in a few minutes. And that is the Cubco chat.
Be
You
careful.
might want to mute it.
Be careful. Tread lightly.
So welcome to the team, the most professional, non-professional team we have. So we appreciate you, and we look forward to a fun season with you. And we thank all of our sponsors, Holly Power Sports, RSVP, most of the people that sponsor the podcast, because basically it's an extension of the team. So again,
Yep.
Mike, welcome to the funnest
Yep. Congratulations,
time
Mike.
you're going to have. And Mike's raced for a long time too. He's got a pretty deep background. So, what do we got? Let's go here.
Let's see. What else we
Yeah,
got?
here we are.
Oh, we're going to the brackets.
Bracketology.
USA BMX bracket.
Whatever, man.
This thing is a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
not. There's all kinds of holes in it, but who cares?
How
Just
far along
go with
are we
it and
now?
have fun.
Well,
Have we gotten?
I
through
thought
the
they would have.
quarterfinals?
No, that's going to come up. I think it's going to be released tomorrow. But we wanted to talk about who's still in and who's out. Charlie's out. Remington's still in. I'm still in. Willits and Walser, they took the easy way. They're still in. Jay's out, and Uppy is still in. That was Steve's pick. So let us know your guys' pick in the chat. And
I'm still in.
you are, yeah. You jumped on the gravy train with
Just for
everybody
for
else
the
that picked
record,
Sam.
I was the first one. I know I picked him first.
All the rest are followers.
Just saying.
Dude, if Ellis
I'm
don't
not
beat
saying-
Dean, this is rigged.
What's that?
He said if Ellis don't beat Dean, this is rigged.
That is going to be.
You know,
I think that's going to be
I
a
saw
close
the
one.
voting. I saw the voting for that one earlier
Yeah?
on USA BMX. So, yeah, and Ellis was ahead at the time. I don't remember by how much, but he was ahead. So,
That's a
Jay Kern says Bubba Harris.
man, big bad Bubba Hayes. Let's mark his. We'll get him in here too. Is he still in? I don't think he's still in
well,
though.
no,
Brandon
I
beat
don't know,
Donnie
but,
Robinson.
Donnie, yeah, Donnie's got a Donnie
at
and
the top
Uppy.
there,
That's going to be
yeah.
a. That's that one right there.
Todd Ditch is saying Ellis on that one.
I'm fine with Ellis because Ellis is going to come out from the other side, and it's going to be John the Jackal Purse versus
'Cause
Ellis.
that's your choice.
Yeah, basically. And I mean, look, let's be honest. If you guys listen to Todd Lyons, you know what Dale Holmes goes by, his other nickname that Todd gave him. So that's an easy one for him. No, I'm kidding. That is going to be a heck of a competition there. But then you got Kyle Bennett versus...
Hypothetical competition.
Well, yeah. And you got Kyle versus one of the Patterson brothers. Got some good matches coming up.
I would like to see that one in real life because I'm a big Brian Patterson fan, both the Patterson brothers, and I'd like to see. I would have loved to have seen Kyle Bennett and Brian Patterson go at it at their prime, both of them. It would have been a good race, I think.
I think Butter would have owned it.
Well, and I did see someone earlier said that the newer guys are going to get most of the votes because they're the folks that see it now, and people from back in the day, they don't, they remember seeing these guys race, in person and that kind of thing. And I'm not going any further with that because I don't want to get all into the
This is what it's about.
politics of it.
We need to get get people fired up on it. Okay. So I know the old school is going to fight the new school and the mid school. So,
Sure.
I'm going to take that antagonist side here and strictly say it's going to be KB in that round for sure.
Todd disagrees.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
argue
I
your
don't
point.
want to agree.
Don't.
Yeah,
Well-
don't mainstream.
Well, I know. Okay. Well, hey,
Stand your
Brian
ground.
Patterson was a heck of a racer in his day, man. I mean, he was a back-to-back AA, ABA AA pro. Actually, both of the brothers were both AA, number one AA pros. I mean, they just there was a time there where they just ran with the whole thing, and then they had the amateur side covered with Richie Anderson, who's not even in the bracket, but that's a whole other
Shenanigans.
thing. So, but that's just my personal thing. I mean, I was a fan back then, and that's where I'm at with that. So
Scooter, I'm
I had
100%
all
with
the
you.
Patterson stuff.
Well, you have to say, hey, Scooter's asking how is Brian Foster not on there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's another one. There's
Gork,
I mean,
we want
I-
answers, Gork. You're the one that set this up. We
again-
want answers from the Michigan
They
BMX
just
podcast
simply
show.
can't include everybody.
Yeah, but there is a rumor.
well.
What's that, Chris? Go ahead, and I got a rumor for you.
No, I was just going to say, whoever put this, if it was Gork that put it
was.
together, that took a lot of work to put that
For sure.
together. And everybody's going to find holes in it and whatever. And it's just supposed to be a fun thing, anyways. But that took a lot of time to put that thing together and to
I'm
put all
sure it
those
did.
names in there.
We should make one for
pair it
the
up. And,
state of Michigan. I'm putting Chris Beers all the way, or Chris Beers, sorry,
There's not enough. There's-
followed by Steve.
dude,
It's gonna be Chris and Steve coming out of the East and West. That's what I got. Then,
there
but
you
the
go.
All
the
right.
silent winner is gonna be Jeffrey. So he's gonna come in.
yeah, I could see
Oh,
that.
Chris Jeffrey.
We could do that. We could make that happen. What do you got over here?
Well, we might.
Yeah, I think we should put that together. We'll work on it. What do you got for us, Melissa?
Well, we have one more giveaway.
We do.
So let's.
Oh, we got another one.
We do. We got another pair of thumbs up here from the
Those are
Michigan
yellow.
BMX podcast. Yeah, it's kind of a neon yellow.
That's your cell phone holder.
Some more T-bone stickers in a
What
pen.
is that thing?
The
I
cell
can't
phone
see
holder.
that. What is that?
The yellow is probably not going to be
What
the.
is that, like
there you
the-
go.
Prop it up so you can watch
Yep.
Yeah,
watch a
so
movie on your. table or
Ideally, and it doesn't work well with these thicker cases, but ideally it slides in between here
Mhm.
and kind of holds you up.
Oh, okay.
And then you can set it this way.
All right.
You can turn it around if you want to watch it. It'll
That's
prop.
a cool little deal.
That is not a prop.
It'll prop it up like this.
You're making stuff up.
No, not. That's what I used it for today. You can prop it this way or this way.
It's not a prop.
It's
Oh, that's cool. All
I
right.
would
So we're going to
argue
give one
that.
of those guys away
Look
with
at-
a bunch of other
here's how
things.
mine sat through the whole show.
Yeah, that's okay.
Mhm.
We're gonna just agree to disagree because I love you.
Still got Kyle Bennett.
Yeah. Some
Brian Patterson.
T-bone. All right, you too. T-bone stickers and a pin, and then they sent us this really cool beanie. I guess this is a beanie style
Yeah.
hat, right? With their
Skull cap, beanie, yep. Whatever.
their logo on it, and then another. I can't remember if this is a T-shirt style. Looks like this is a youth. What size is this?
Their T-shirts
Yes, this is an extra large youth. But we have
really
some
nice, aren't they?
options.
Those fabrics.
It's a super lightweight. Like Justin was saying earlier, I mean, it feels lightweight, but it's super like heavy duty, resistant to snagging, and the color and the quality is just
That's
great.
nice.
I'm not a super big white fan, but this is a great way to display, and this one has a big T-bone steak logo on it there. So
your what's the
question
question?
Thanks to those guys for stepping up.
Yeah, this is some great stuff. So we want to know.
So Steve said this earlier, right?
Since I was being nosy and questioning whether or not everybody should have more than 2 bikes, Steve mentioned how many bikes that he owns personally. So the first person to let us know in the chat what number he gave us,
yes,
we'll send this to you.
We will. First person in there, and Steve, what was that number that you said you had?
Don't give it yet.
Oh, it's not.
I've got no answers yet.
Craig would have already had it by now.
Don't say it. I've got nothing yet.
I had to run to the garage and count to make double sure, but I'm pretty sure I said the right number.
Okay. All right. Perfect. That was what we want to know. So, what do we got?
Give it a second.
I added one yesterday.
Oh, I think yeah, we do. Hey, Trevor, thanks for joining. We have a new winner, actually.
Is that the right answer?
It absolutely is. So who's our winner?
Well, Nate from Nate's Painting gave us the answer of 2.5, since Steve's wife's listening.
That would be 1, but we were looking for the official that he has in the garage. But Nate, I have something for you.
Well, then I apparently had the wrong answer
It
in
is.
my own head. So you answer your own question.
It is.
Then.
It is what this young lady right here answered right there.
Boy, I did not hear him say that.
How many was it, Steve?
I can't see where the wife is, but I think I got 12 of them hanging up out there right now.
And that was the number. Yeah.
Isn't that those are 12 bikes that you own?
That's how many bikes he's got in the garage.
Yep.
Oh. See, I thought that was how many loaner bikes he had for the track, which I would not have counted as bikes that he owns.
They're mine right now, but they are for the track. But actually, 2 is the actual 2 that I've got. So, in a 20-inch.
Nate, I'm with you, because that's the answer that I would have given.
We'll make another package for Nate.
Okay.
I mean, that's how much stuff T-Bone gave us.
Yeah. There's more than enough.
There's more.
Okay.
So we had 2.5 because that was the unofficial.
Amy says that Steve's not tricking her, so
I mean,
she's fully on board with whatever's going on, anyways.
So Nate will get you hooked up with the official answer.
All right. So that means that Joanne Leisure is the one that came in with the correct answer.
Yes. And Joanne, we will need you to send us your mailing address so we can get that shipped out to you. Brittany says the real answer is 32.
God, she's really trying to get me in trouble.
How many bikes unofficially and officially do you own, Chris?
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, how many do I own?
Yeah.
BMX bikes.
All of them.
Let's see. I got 1. Well, I'm not counting I'm counting my bikes, not my kids and wife and all that stuff. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5.
You have 5.
Yep.
And Paul,
6. I'm sorry, 6.
Paul,
6.
how many do you got over there?
Well, I just started a debate.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I got 10.
That just blows my mind.
Yeah, it's
But then it does become part collection, part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's like some of mine are old. You know, like I have the old. I have an old Mongoose with Skyway Tough wheels on it, and I have Patterson, like Brian Patterson, who's going to beat Kyle Bennett in the voting on the.
Get over it.
I think what it comes down to is because I'm new to this game and I'm learning how it's such a lifetime passion for people that little things like that still kind of blow me away. That's a thing that like for Sean Kingsland just kind of blows my mind how many bikes one person can own. But I get when you have a passion with something. I mean, it's collecting, whatever is collecting. Shot glasses, dolls. I get it, but it's just still amazes me.
Yeah, and there are guys that are collectors, and they do just buy something because hey, I always wanted that particular bike, or I had that bike, I got rid of it, I wish I had never gotten rid of it, and then they buy the same one, and put it back together how they wanted it, that type of thing. And then there's people like me who just don't get rid of it. I just have it from when I was a kid, and I never got rid of it. I got a new one. I had the Mongoose. That's what I started racing on. And, that thing's like a tank. You can't hurt that thing. And then, I went up and, upgraded to the Patterson. And then I raced that until I quit racing in 89. And then when I come back, I got a GT, which I still have. I don't ride it anymore, but I still have it. And then I got a Supercross. That was my next one. That's what I ride now. And then I have a SE Cruiser. And then I also actually have an SE, what do they call it? A Little Ripper. Which I made into a pit bike.
Yeah.
So are you going to then tell me that I'm holding you back?
No, I'm not much of a collector.
No.
Yeah, I got my...
I mean, if you have the space, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Scooter says that his
Yeah.
vintage collection has 38
Yeah.
completes, but he trimmed it down to 18.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then when we get into that, I'm gonna get a hold of, see if I can get on the show maybe sometime this summer. Sometime we'll talk to Duke and Neil, talk about a bike collection.
Holy moly! Yeah,
unbelievable.
So when we finally get able to hang back out here at the studio, you're bringing that Patterson over, right?
I can.
We talked about it.
We were going to do it right before everything happened.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Jeffrey was talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. So, Steve, do you have? We're going to wrap it up here, you guys. Steve, is there anything else? Anybody you want to thank? Any closing comments? Shout outs you want to bring?
Thank the USA BMX for giving us a shot at running this track. The city for giving us a shot, for saving it, my wife for backing me, my kids for helping out and showing up every weekend, Brittany and her husband, the show, pretty much all of Michigan BMX. All you guys have been real supportive, so thanks to everybody there too.
Well, we
Scooter, of
awesome.
course,
yes,
Tino. I can go on and on. A lot of people's been behind
it's
us.
your time.
So thanks to everybody.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's a lot of great people right there.
It is. And Tino Martinez, he is an OG from the Vatos Locos racing team who we bang a lot of elbows, and it's good to see you back out there helping Tino. And Steve, on behalf of everyone here, thank you. And on behalf of Rippin and the Mitten, the entire BMX community here in Michigan, we appreciate you and your family. Brittany, she's been a big help behind the scene also, and your wife and the whole family. Thanks to you guys for stepping up and taking charge down there and keeping Lansing alive for us.
Yep, thank you.
Chris, why don't you tell them where they can find us?
Okay, well, I was just going to say, if you guys want to check out Capital City Family BMX on Facebook, make sure you go like their page if you haven't already, so you know what's going on out there when they start up racing once this whole COVID-19 thing's over. Go check them out. Also, for us here at the show, if you have any news, rumors, gossip, you got something special going on at your track, shoot us an email at michiganbmxpodcastshow@gmail.com. So send all your news information over to us there. We'll get it all straightened out. We'll get it out here on the show so folks can hear about it. Also, like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the best place to get everything about the show, especially after the live show is finished. If you want to go back and look for something, check it out, go over to the YouTube channel. They're all right there in a row. Boom, boom. Pick them up. Check them out right there. We're also live on Twitch and Periscope. We're also podcast version of the show, just the audio part. You can get on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, and on Google Podcast as well. So we have that all going on. Again, make sure you go over to Capital City Family BMX, like their Facebook page, follow those folks so you can find out what's happening over there in Lansing. And I believe that was all I had on that one.
And make sure that you go and like our friends at T-Bone.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
T-Bone.
So they're big sponsors. They're making things happen. Make sure you go and like these guys on their Facebook page, Instagram page. They probably even have a TikTok. I ain't figured it out yet, but I'm sure they do. So get over there and like
Seems
them.
like everybody's getting those.
Something, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Make sure everybody remembers Friday Night Live back here at the
Absolutely.
Michigan BMX Podcast Show.
Looking forward to that.
Going to have who you guys having on this week? Chris Luna and
Cody and
Wilson
Chris.
from USA BMX.
So
That was going to be an awesome show.
yes.
So come back Friday night, 8 o'clock. Or they say same time, same channel.
Something like that.
And Meyer
so
had PBR, so we're
we'll
good to
talk-
go.
Yeah, Myers even had PBR tonight, Austin.
Really?
They did.
So we
finally.
can get ourselves
There's-
some
Yeah.
Chinese and
Back
some
in.
PBR.
There we go.
It'll be a great show.
Panda Express.
Yes.
Thank you. The
The
name
new Panda
left my
Express
brain
down
for a
there in the
minute,
hustle
Chris.
and bustle in Heartland, Michigan.
That's right.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy out there.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Everybody that joined us,
Yes.
and all of you guys that are going to be listening soon, we appreciate you guys.
Yep.
As always, Chris,
Great.
you can go back to
Yep. Hey, guys.
naked bullfighting.